Hey, what is up, dudes and dudettes? This is Due Diligence here, and then right now it's 1:04, and I think market close. I made a video like 11:30, and I realized when I come back from the meeting and the stupid Zoom call that I just had, I realized that I lost the audio for that video, so I'll just remake that video. In this video, I'm gonna sort of explain a little bit more about how do you make money from IV reversal, or so like use like simpler words to sort of like, because a lot of you are even on Patreon chat, and a lot of people are asking is like, how would you make money from that? Like, why would I like what like, okay, this is great information, but how would I like even know what to do with that information, right? And then you have people who are in a more advanced level, they sort of pushes me and go on Patreon chat and telling me like, please like make more of those videos, because in a high level conceptualized I sort of basically that video outlined a lot of macro for these more advanced traders. But for more beginner traders, you guys like, okay, this is great that we learn a lot from the information, but how are we gonna make money, right? And then also we're gonna stem from like one of the sort of like a question that people ask. So on September 13th, 2021 on Patreon, I sort of like talked about, so first of all, I talked about the GME $200 call, as I said on stream, which is a day ago. So this happened a day ago before the 13th. I talked about why this is going to be a super great sort of like opportunity for people to pick up on stream. And if you did, then we also made a follow-up video that will give you a 80% gain on the day, right? And then a lot of people are very confused about why I said MMAT $5 call when reached 4.96, and most people don't even believe that MMAT would drop under $5. A lot of YouTubers are saying that it's not going to drop under $5 on this particular week, right? This is why we gotta talk about IV reversal. And then the reason why I talked about this on or like sort of outlining on Patreon and even start buying $5 calls on this day and on that day, and sort of exit most of the position on today, and looking forward for tomorrow, sort of like another IV reversal. So how it works is, what exactly does IV reversal usually work, right? Where's my pen? It seems like my pen doesn't like me anymore. So for example, on Monday, I posted a video about IV reversal, and I said, hey, what happens is when you have a positive IV, it's gonna go into negative IV, right? And IV is basically an absolute value. Okay, so on Monday, we see a lot of sellers of calls selling calls. That means we'll have a temporary price ceiling at around $5-ish, or technically, depending on the price discrepancy between $5 calls and $6 calls, and you sort of have a spread, and then you have a break-even point at the spread, and it just happened that the break-even point of the spread is lower than $5.2. And then if you look at the general market short volume and look at the general market volume, you realize like, okay, so around midweek this week, this stock price is probably going to be dropped under $5. This is the pure logic behind why I told my Patreon members that when the price point reaches around 5.96, it's a good idea to buy a $5 call, because you will probably see a market draw up, right? I mean, again, it dropped down to like 4.79, which is like literally right at our price prediction of, remember that video I posted on YouTube? I said, okay, so a lot of people are overtly optimistic, and they're saying it's going to reach $7 or $8 or $6, but most likely it's going to drop under $4.8. And realistically, I think this stock worth $3.8. Remember that video? It also happened this week. So basically, what you utilize this is, okay, it dropped to 4.96. That means a lot of stop losses is gonna be reached, and then what's gonna be a lot of the option the option sellers do? They will sort of buy back it right around like last night. Why? Because 30% to 50% of their option premiums got realized, and then they will just buy it back and then see what's gonna happen in a midweek. Is there gonna be a lot of call option buyers, or is there gonna be a lot of option sellers? So just making today as an example, if today you have a lot of call option buyers, that means all of these depending on what price these options are bought at, it's a $5 call or $6 call. That means on Friday, the entire market is going to try to squash these call option buyers. So let's just say today we have a lot of $6 call option buyers, and we have a lot of $5 call option buyers, and then tomorrow, most likely, around 50 to 70% chance that it's not going to reach $6 by the end of the market close. Or it might temporarily reach $6 and it will probably going to draw back down to squash down all of these people who are buying all of these $6 calls. And then most likely what's going to happen is if today, in the aftermarket, there's not a lot of volume pull up, then tomorrow morning, all of these $5 call option buyers are going to get squashed. So what's going to do is, all right, tomorrow around 4 o'clock, if you're on the Eastern time, and if you're on PST like I do, around 1 o'clock, the stock price is going to be lower than $5, probably going to close at 4.98 or 4.96, right? This entire concept of IV reversal is when I see on a major option expiration day, like a quarterly expiration day, I'm trying to squash either the FOMO call buyers or the FOMO call sellers. So in this case, right now we still don't know because I haven't checked the option chain data yet. So on Patreon, I'm gonna post another video about this and telling you guys about if we see a lot of call volumes, then tomorrow it's most likely to be under 5. Or it's going to be most likely to be around the 5.27 or 5.36 line, right? Hopefully this video helps. And whenever you see another major optional expiration date, I think the next one is in November, and then there's another one in January, then you can utilize this concept to sort of make money. But if you're on Patreon, then good for you. You probably can see a lot of those. I on Patreon I have 2 sessions. One is what I do today, and one is gamble plays. But for gamble plays, it's not really like gamble because every trade you place online or on the market is essentially a gamble anyways. If you read the book called Random Walk on Wall Street, you will understand that. But for us is we see a lot of technical indicators, and a lot of those gamble plays are sort of like all right, there's no guarantees. I mean, any place there's no guarantees because we're not financial advisors. We do not get financial advices. But those gamble plays are sort of like a short-term plays that might yield super high returns, like the GME plays or the Ford plays that I think 3 of the Patreon members picked up that made 40 to 50% on a day on those option plays. Those are the very volatile plays, right? It might or might not happen on one day, but you also have the opportunities or the options or the foresight to roll them for another day, for another week, for another month. Like, the Ford play, if you roll it for another month, then today you will see another 23 to 33% sort of like an option premium realization or a roll up. And if you close those positions, you make not only the 40% on the day before, but also the 30% on this day off, right? Okay, hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to talk about. I mean, you can also leave a comment down below if there's any questions that you guys need clarification. But I know a lot of you just trying to find a very clear buy and sell points from my videos. This is why you guys love all of these price prediction videos. But I'm trying to sort of not really deviate from that. I'm trying to help you guys internalize or understand that all of these price prediction videos are not as helpful in the long run. But again, right now I just give you a range, right? And you sort of make your sort of plays based on the range that I give you. Because on Discord chat and on Patreon chat, it almost feels like a lot of people are by giving you these dummy things, if by chance 20% of chance or 10% of chance that it doesn't realize on the second day, you guys are gonna be super mad and blame me for a lot of the trades that you place. But again, like a lot of those price range or these price predictions are based on fundamentals and based on retail FOMO, behaviorism, right? Anyways, hopefully see you guys on the upside. And if you guys have any questions, just ask. And also we have a Discord if you want to join the Discord and ask questions. And again, like I'm more present in the Patreon on Discord channel because this is one of the Patreon benefits is like, I will be there from time to time more frequently to answer questions if people have questions on, because a lot of Patreon videos are more in depth, and then sort of like there's going to be a lot of warranted questions that people might have, and hopefully you guys will ask those questions. All right, see you guys on the upside.